Yo, so I literally just got out of the shower and I'm gonna show you one of my favorite zero waste toothpastes from David's. And yes, it's actually a toothpaste, it's not tablets, so we love that, woo! I've gone through 3 or 4 tubes of this already, so I definitely have a strong opinion of this. But what makes this zero waste? So this does come in FSC certified paper packaging, which is great, but the main component is the tube. The tube is actually metal and it's made of aluminum, so all you have to do is you cut it open, you scrape out the insides, you clean it out, and you can recycle the metal, which makes this zero waste. We love a good old school metal tube. Also, they have a travel size now, so whenever I can finally travel again after this pandemic, that is a huge plus. Let's unbox this. So like I said, it comes in paper. The lid is plastic, so that is something to keep in mind. You can recycle it. It's a number 2 plastic, but it's super small. The likelihood of it actually getting recycled is not great. And then at the bottom of the box, so this is the turnkey. You just have it on the back end of this tube and you actually twist it and it helps squeeze out as much toothpaste as possible. So of course, when we're talking about zero waste and reducing as much waste as we can, this is super helpful. The only downside is that this can come in all of the packages. It kind of depends on where you purchase from. I purchased this from Earth Hero, and with Earth Hero, there's an option to choose with the turnkey or without the turnkey. And obviously we don't want to accumulate a ton of these if we're trying to reduce our waste. All right, let's finally give this a try and then I'll tell you more about David's. We have the lid here and then we have this metal bit on the inside. So I haven't used this in a while. I forget how I got that out. Oh, this makes sense. Okay, you stab it with this thing. Yup, okay, you just stab it with the lid and now I have to clean that off. But that's how you open it up. Let's finally brush my teeth. Okay, I put a little too much toothpaste on here, but let's give it a shot, shall we? Let's talk about the mintiness, the foaminess, and all of that jazz with the toothpaste. It's minty. It has a nice fresh spearmint flavor. It is this is the spearmint flavor. It reminds me of a traditional toothpaste. The foaminess is nice. It could be a little foamier, but I'll take it. The texture is great. It's a toothpaste, so it's not anything weird. It's like a traditional toothpaste, which I love. We all love a traditional toothpaste because some of the tablets have a weird texture. So let me give you a little rundown of David's. They're cruelty-free, they're vegan, and they're sulfate-free. They do pride themselves in being an American company. Even on the package, it says, Nature, America, you know. I don't know. So it is made in the US. 98% of the ingredients have US origin, so that's a huge plus too. We love kind of reducing our carbon footprint as much as possible. They also claim to be a natural toothpaste, it says on the box itself, and of course, if you don't know, you can pretty much label anything as natural in the US, and the FDA doesn't really have any guidelines of what natural means. So they do have on their website a full explanation of what natural means to them and talks about their ingredients, their sustainability, all of that jazz. So that's a huge plus. And there's 4 different flavors, so it's nice to have the different options. The one downside for me is that it is fluoride free. So I know some people are pro fluoride, some people are anti fluoride, some people are in between. I'm kind of in that in between person, but I do want fluoride at some point. Something else to note is that this tube of toothpaste is gonna last a heck of a lot longer than a little container of toothpaste tablets. Usually the toothpaste tablets don't have a whole lot, and this is gonna last you months on end, whereas a lot of the toothpaste tablets will maybe last you a month, maybe 2 months. Overall, the price of this is a lot more cost effective too. This does run about $9 or $10 depending on where you buy it from. And of course, a traditional toothpaste only will cost probably about $4, so this does cost significantly more. But toothpaste tablets also kind of have that same price tag, but you're getting less. It is the most cost effective of the zero waste toothpastes. So how the heck do you recycle this? Take the cap off. This can be recycled, it's a number 2, but it is a small piece of plastic, so you never know if they're gonna recycle small pieces of plastic. But with this, you're gonna cut the top, you're gonna cut the bottom, then you're gonna make a slit down the side and you open it up. Use as much toothpaste as you can from the inside. Try to not waste any of the toothpaste, but clean it out. Obviously be careful because the little ends can be very sharp. Just clean it out, toss it in your recycling bin, and you're good to go. So let's get into the pros and the cons of David's toothpaste. Pro number 1 is that it is sold in a lot of different places like Earth Hero, Target, Amazon, etc. I recommend Earth Hero. They're basically like a one-stop shop for all things sustainable, and I have a 10% discount code for them, so I'll leave that link down below. Pro number 2, it's more cost-effective than a lot of other zero-waste toothpaste out there. Obviously, a tube of toothpaste is gonna last you a lot longer than a single-use tablet that only will last you as many times as the tablets there are in the package. The third pro is that it is an actual toothpaste, whereas a lot of the zero-waste toothpaste out there are obviously tablets. The first con is obviously that there is no fluoride. That's just a personal preference for me. I would prefer a toothpaste with fluoride, but yeah, if I use a non-fluoride toothpaste, I do want to supplement it with some sort of fluoride. So that's the downside for me. The second con, which I know from past experiences with this toothpaste, is that sometimes there can be little holes in the metal tube. And it's usually when I am twisting this over to squeeze as much of the toothpaste out, or if I just bend it in half, it is gonna create a little hole, and that's obviously not great for keeping it as fresh as possible. The next con is the price. It's obviously still more expensive than the conventional toothpaste out there, but again, like I said earlier, it still is more cost effective than a lot of the other zero waste toothpaste out there. The next con is that you do have to take an extra step to recycle it. You do have to cut it open, you have to clean it out in order to recycle it. Obviously, we're trying to not just throw it into the landfill, and we are trying to recycle it to make it zero waste, but some people are lazy, they don't want to cut it open, they don't want to clean it out, so that is a con for sure. Before I get into my final rating, I do want to say this is one of the best zero waste toothpaste swaps. If you're trying to switch from traditional conventional toothpaste to a better packaged option, this is a great swap. The only downside is that it doesn't have fluoride. Overall, I'm gonna give this a rating of a 9 out of 10. I love this toothpaste. I love having an actual toothpaste rather than just having toothpaste tablets. I do enjoy a lot of the toothpaste tablets, but like I said, they do cost more and they do feel a little gimmicky to me, even if they do work. It's just nice to have an actual toothpaste. If you do wanna see more zero waste toothpaste reviews, I will leave this series on the screen. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a big thumbs up if you liked it, and just remember, you do not have to be perfect to live sustainably. I will see you in my next video. Bye!